Okay, Grey Knight turn 4. Over here I got out the servitors and the Jokero with his heavy flamer, and we fired at the remaining assault marines, and with aid from the heavy bolter off the Razorback we managed to take down all 4 of them. Over here the Dreadnought ran forwards and engaged the bikes with his heavy assault autocannons. He managed to double out the attack bike, killing it straight away. This guy took some pot shots at Mephiston to no avail, while the Death Cult assassins managed to finish off the Librarian. Turned too late really, and now they're moving forward, anticipating a charge by Mephiston. We shall see. Over here I'd created a bit of a bottleneck for myself, but I managed to drive over some dangerous terrain and get the Razorback moving towards his objective, and the Purifiers ran up behind, but they weren't particularly speedy. Could be the last turn next turn. Let's see what happens.
A slightly delayed Blood Angels turn 4 wrap-up. The tactical marines are running to get themselves killed at that objective. At least they die nobly if they try.
These haven't actually moved during his turn.
The bike attacked the Dreadnought just to tie it up more than anything else and to stop it getting shot to poop. Mephiston flew away on his beautiful wings and is coming over here to start harassing, hopefully, the Purifiers. There you go. That was really it. These guys cowered behind the objective, which is cunningly shaped to hide Space Marines behind. The Scouts also dropped some fire into the unit, which hasn't actually been entirely wiped out by them, but it's here, and missing a couple of assassins. So, all in all, yeah, not bad.
Grey Knight turn 5. Possibly the last turn, we'll have to see. Over here we've got a nicely held objective. There is a 3-man Acolyte squad hiding in this Razorback, holding the objective. The Acolytes and Servitors and such got out over here, and along with the Cyber Eagle, took down 3 men of this squad and caused them to run. They'll auto-rally next turn, but don't know about you, I don't reckon they're going to get to the objective. The Dreadnought managed to finish off its bike opponent, while this Dreadnought took pot shots at the back of Mephiston's head, managing to score a wound. Over here, shock horror, the Razorback managed to immobilise itself on the terrain. Not so good. The Purifiers ran forwards and managed to get round the back to contest the objective, but the gun on the back of this managed to shoot the objective, so moot point. He has no troops left over here. Unfortunately, the Strike Knights disembarked from the Razorback and thought they'd try their chances assaulting Mephiston. Don't ask me why, it seemed like a good idea at the time. He was striking at Initiative 1 due to my Psychotrope grenades. I thought I could instant death him. Didn't work out quite that way. The Sergeant Perils blew his own head off and Mephiston chopped them all in half. Not good. These guys advancing forwards. There's only the Scouts left over here that can score for Chris. It's going to be a tense last turn though.
So, as it was bound to happen, the Tactical Marines charged on that objective and got slaughtered horribly. Some very, very poor armour saves meant they went down rather quickly. The rest of the board is fairly moot. The Scouts have broken cover and are going to try and run towards that objective to contest it, because they're the last scoring unit I've got. Mephiston turned up and killed the Librarian horrifically and took 1 wound in response. So he's up by a wound victory, but unfortunately they didn't run. The Purified is still over here, so the Scouts have got a bit of a problem. Let's see if the game ends though.
On 1 or 2 game ends. It continues.
Game continues. We'll see how it goes.
Okay, it's Grey Knight turn 6. We've happily got this objective over here. These 2 tanks are charging across the table, hoping to get in range of the Scouts, who are making a mad dash for the last objective. I fired the Purifiers and the Razorback at them, took out 3 of their 4, and they failed their leadership. Off the board they go, I thought. No, he only got a 4 on his move off the board roll, meaning with his "and they shall know no fear," he's actually going to be closer to the objective than if I hadn't broken them. Mephiston showed that the Death Cult assassins are actually little mama's boys, or girls in these cases, butchered them in close combat. The remains are now running off the board, never to return, and he is sprinting towards the Purifiers, hoping to kill them before they get to draw another bead on the lone Scout. 2 Dreadnoughts also sprinting across the field, hoping to get line of sight to the Scout. Let's see what happens.
We won't bother with talking most of the board because most of it's completely irrelevant. So we'll go over here and you'll realise there's a certain librarian missing, unfortunately. The brie-coated Grey Knights activated their force weapons for the entire unit and killed him. And a lone scout is all that really exists of the Blood Angels in this battle now. So we'll see if it ends.
Ends on a 1, 2 or 3.
It still goes on, although that's just him. I don't expect it to last long.
Okay, Grey Knight turn 7. The game is over. Courtiers and his squad of henchmen have scored this objective. The board is full of destroyed tanks and such. Over here you'll notice the final scout is dead. Shot to death by the purifiers before they could assault him. With Mephiston's death, the game was over really. Grey Knights win.